Hey, welcome to the Biochemistry Academy. Today we'll talk about biomolecules. If you remember in our last video, Introduction to Biochemistry, we said biochemistry is the study of biomolecules. Today we'll dive into these biomolecules. What are biomolecules? They are the most essential organic molecules. They are the building block of life and perform important function in a living organism, involved in their maintenance and certain metabolic processes occurring in the living organism. There are four major types of biomolecule. 1. Proteins, which are made up of amino acid, which our body uses to repair muscle, bones, and to make certain hormones and enzymes. 2. Carbohydrates, they serve as a dietary source of energy. 3. Lipids, they fulfill various roles, one of which is that they serve as a long-term energy storage, and they are also the major components of the cell membrane. 4. Nucleic acid, they are the DNA and the RNA. They store and transmit genetic information in the body. We'll begin with protein. Sources of protein are like milk, fish, beans, etc. They are made up of monomers. We'll talk about monomers. We are talking about atoms or molecules that bind together to form a more complex structure called a polymer. The monomer of proteins are amino acids. Now these amino acids bind together to form proteins and certain polypeptide chains. The enzymes which are used to catalyze biochemical processes in the body are made up of proteins. And also, the proteins are also embedded in the cell membrane, acting as a channel, allowing certain molecules to pass through. The monomers of carbohydrates are monosaccharides. These monosaccharides can be glucose, fructose, maltose. For example, glucose plus glucose will give us maltose. Glucose plus fructose give us sucrose, which is the normal table sugar we use. Glucose plus galactose will give us lactose. Glucose is essential and it's used in cellular respiration to make ATP, providing energy for the body or for the organism. Plants have cell walls that are made up of carbohydrates known as cellulose. Now, glucose can be stored as starch in plants and glycogen in animals. The monomers of lipids are glycerol and fatty acids. Lipids are present in some of the diets that we eat. For example, butter, soybean oil used for cooking. Now, these lipids are hydrophobic in nature, meaning that they do not like water. That is why they are the major component of the cell membrane, allowing certain substance to pass through, making it semi-permeable. And they are also used as a long-term energy storage. Monomers of nucleic acids. The monomers of nucleic acids are nucleotides, and these nucleotides are comprised of a phosphate group, a sugar, which is the ribose sugar, and a base, which is the nitrogenous base, which can be adenine, guanine, cytosine, and thymine. Nucleic acids like DNA direct cell activities because they contain the genetic information which code for different instructions. Well, that is it for this video. In our next video, we'll talk about the chemistry of each of these biomolecules, the chemistry of protein, the chemistry of carbohydrate, the chemistry of lipids, and the chemistry of nucleic acid. Feel free to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more.